I have been a teacher for 13 years, and like most teachers, I'm always looking for ways to improve my craft. Professional development seemed like the right place to do this. However, over the years, after attending countless PDs, both required and personally chosen, I have given up on learning through professional development, and so have many other teachers. So, why is this? Well, sitting through 1 or 2 days of training, days that feel incredibly long, and having an overload of information hurled at me just wasn't working. One of three things was usually the culprit. Many of the PDs covered things that I could have digested on my own, or covered things I already knew how to do. Most PDs also lacked customization. Sure, at some PDs, I'd get some time to collaborate with my grade level team to figure out how to make what we were learning work in our classroom. But honestly, many times the things we discussed at the PD never ended up happening once we got back to school. Or if they did, and we didn't immediately see student success, many times we would just abandon the practice. But overall, most PDs don't have a real vision or strategy. They're starting to appear to be more of a way for districts to check the box that they have provided professional development for their staff. This has got to change if we want teaching to improve over time. We have to think differently about how to re engage teachers, just like me, in the process of improving their craft. In order to do that, first we must realize that the greatest struggle isn't learning new information, it's being able to implement what we have learned. Studies show that it takes someone practicing a new skill a minimum of 20 times, up to 80, before it's mastered. Therefore, we must change one stop shop professional development into ongoing professional learning. So, what would ongoing professional learning look like for implementing student e-portfolios? Well, we would start with just one grade level for the first year. The initial exposure will be engaging through varied approaches to make sense of the new practice of utilizing student e-portfolios. After giving teachers a taste of what this new learning will look like, they will be delighted to learn that there will be ongoing, job embedded professional learning focused on their individual classrooms. Several times throughout the year, each teacher on the team will meet with their personal coach. This is necessary because just like our students, teachers all have different needs. The personal coach will help the teacher by determining the skills they already have or how to improve based on the needs of their students and the specific challenges that arise in their classrooms. Coaches will also model what it should look like in the classroom. Coaches will then continue to meet to discuss specific lessons and then observe the lessons that were discussed and meet with the teacher after to discuss the strengths and areas to improve. This coaching process will be in depth with honest critiques, focusing on supporting teachers to improve in their areas of weakness. Then, after the first year, the subsequent grade level teachers will follow the same training pattern. Now, I'm sure the first thought that enters your mind is, we don't have the money for this. However, I would disagree. Did you know that the field of education spends more on PD than any other career? The average district spends $18,000 per teacher per year on professional development. So, why does our current professional development focus our time and our money on merely giving teachers information when we should really be focused on supporting them in learning the skills to implement that learning into their classrooms? It's time for us to strategically invest in teacher growth with quality coaching.